What is up, guys? Right here bringing guys the MMBA. This is actually week 3. Our opponent is actually now there in the Huston Rotoms. If you guys are hyped to get into this team builder and whatever I'm going to be bringing for this week, feel free to drop a like down below if you want more videos in the future. Feel free to subscribe as well. The support on these has been pretty good lately, so let's keep it up, and along with the battles as well. We're probably more than likely going to be battling on Showdown this week just because I haven't found anybody that wants a gen for me so far. So more than likely I'll be bringing you guys a Showdown match just because my opponent is usually my Jenner and I have nobody else that really wants a gen. I did have a few other people, but the sound, I think it was sound hacks got actually patched and now they can't gen anymore. So also, another thing I would like to go over, this team, the nicknames at least are going to be based around Pawn Stars this week. I don't know why Pawn Stars, don't ask me why. I was binge watching Pawn Stars pretty much I think last night, and I was like, okay, well, let's base these nicknames around Pawn Stars. So if you guys do not know what Pawn Stars is, Google it. It's pretty much a TV show on True TV, and shit like that. As for my opponent's draft, I'm going to go over it real quick. Charizard Y, Megazard Y, Excadrill, Tyranitar, Starmie, Gardevoir, Heliolisk, Venusaur, Pangoro, Estelgor, Comfey, Pikamuku, and Arbok. Very hyper offensive draft in my opinion. He really doesn't have too many bulky things. I mean, some things can be bulky, but it's mainly hyper offensive in my opinion, or at least semi hyper offensive. He also has an extremely great matchup against me this week. I'm going into this week probably going to take an L. I'm fully expecting to take an L this week, just because my opponent has such a good matchup against me. However, I would say it's not really too one-sided of a matchup. We do have a few certain mons that can completely destroy a lot of his high-tier threats as well. So I'm gonna get into that as we go here. But starting off with Chumley. Now this actually is the mon I kind of tried to build around for this draft because it's kind of the main mon. Pretty much a absolute check to Charizard Y. That's why I'm bringing it. Rock is a 1 KO, even if you want to run like a defensive variant for some reason. It is a guaranteed 1 KO. Stone Edge again, a guaranteed 1 KO. Catch him like switch in or something. I also beat it 100% of the time, unless he has like Sticky Web or something up, which he has nothing that set Sticky Web, so I don't even know why I'm bringing that up. Break. Now, Fight Idiom Z, we're actually bringing a Z Lycanroc this week with Fight Idiom Z, Break. This allows us to 1 KO things like Tyranitar, 1 KO on Excadrill if we need it. Break is almost a 1 KO on Heliolisk, but after rocks it's a guaranteed 1 KO. It only has a chance to 1 KO Heliolisk. If we need it on the Pangoro, it's guaranteed 1 KO on Pangoro. Z Break with all-out pummeling. Also does decent damage to a lot of things. Zard Y really doesn't want to be taking that as well. If it like switches in on it. Starmie doesn't want to be taking all-out pummeling and stuff like that. I also threw Stealth Rock on here, as you guys will see. I needed Stealth Rocker. I just really wanted to have rocks on this team. I don't know why I did this. Let me fix that real quick. Here we go. Should be back to normal. Okay. Live editing is always great. Again, I wanted Stealth Rocker. I just threw Stealth Rock on here. I originally had Swords Dance, and I originally had Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch really didn't do anything for me. The only thing it really hits super effectively is like Starmie. But then again, Stone Edge does more, so it doesn't really matter. Again, I need a Stealth Rock. I just threw Stealth Rock on this set. As for the EVs, it should be this. I don't know why it was like that. It should be Jolly as well. I don't know why. I think I actually was tweaking around EVs when I was doing calcs, so it should be Jolly. It should be this. So yeah. On to the next mon, we actually have Danielle. Now, if you guys do not know Danielle in Pawn Stars, she was actually there for a number of episodes. Basically, actually, they hired her on there, and she actually took the graveyard ship with Chumley. So, just a little backstory behind the nickname, I guess. Now, I'm not quite sure if you can run Defog and Roost. This time, I'm actually going to have to try finding out. If not, I'll change this off screen. But so far, this is what we have. This here, being that it has Mega Charizard Y, it is probably one of the best wall breakers in the game, apart from if you do not have Blissey, Chansey, or one of the Lotties. Happen to have one of the Lotties, and it is a high special defensive variant of Lottie, being Latias. bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be running this thing as a Charizard switch in. It also takes hits decently well from Starmie, apart from like Ice Beam or something like that. It's a good switch in to Heliolisk. Venusaur really can't do too much to me. A Selgor, I guess, I'm not quite sure what a Selgor would really carry for me, apart from like Bug Buzz. If it was like a support set, like a lead set, it really wouldn't have too much to touch me with. I can kill it with a Side Shock as well. It does a shitload of damage. I can switch in on Charizard Y a lot of times. I can also boost up damage. Surf is mainly for Tyranitar. Granted, it won't be doing too much damage. It'll do a decent amount. I just can't get myself Pursuit Trapped. That's really what I'm facing right now. I can't get Pursuit Trapped in. I have to Surf, I guess. Does decent damage to the mainly the Excadrill and the Tyranitar is what it's for. And the Psyshock we have there for Venusaur, which is mainly what it was for. I really don't have too much for Venusaur on the team apart from Psyshock. Also just decent damage on a few other things like Heliolisk and Selgo. I really doesn't want to be taking it in along with Comfey and stuff like that. Arbok really doesn't want to be taking it. Granted, I don't think he's going to bring Arbok this week, but yeah, special defensive, kind of standard for a special defensive variant. We got the Mega Venusaur. Now, I was really debating whether or not to bring this thing this week. It gets completely bodied by a few of his mons. We're gonna be taking advantage of one of the rules that actually MMBA has. We do not have to Mega on first turn, so we're not forced to Mega on first turn. Just pretty much reading it out of the rules right now. We are not forced to Mega first turn. And if we bring Sun, we have Chlorophyll. That doubles our speed. We go to 160. Even though we're not invested, we can get a few more outspeeds if he's running like, I guess like Pangoro with like max speed. We can outspeed that under Sun. A few different outspeeds. I'm not quite sure what we'll outspeed. I have to go off screen and actually check what we can outspeed under Chlorophyll. Just something we can take advantage of. I will be running Chlorophyll, Mega Venusaur, off screen. So just a note. Giga Drain and Sludge Bomb, very standard. I'm running Sleep Powder just because I can put a few things to sleep. Having something to sleep this week is going to be very crucial. If it's asleep, it can't be doing damage to me, and it possibly gives me an upper hand to get out into something that I can come in and get some damage off or start racking up for late game. Synthesis, I know it won't be the best thing if he brings Sand, but apart from Leaf Seed, I really did not want to bring Leaf Seed just because I know he's going to be switching a lot, and I really can't let him like switch around. I really want the recovery, like the max recovery right away, and I think Synthesis is what I wanted, so that's why I just pretty much just put Synthesis on the set. Running the Bold, fully defensive again. Pangoro really destroys my team. Pretty much no matter what I bring, Pangoro is a huge threat. This thing gives me a very solid switch into Pangoro, even if it's like a bandit set. Can't knock me off, can't do anything like that. Gives me a pretty solid switch in to Gardevoir. If it's like a Scarf or Spec set, I can always switch in and take like a fairy type move if I need to. Good response to Tyranitar, good response to Excadrill, come in, eat a few hits, and recover with Giga Drain or put something to sleep. So, and it pretty much walls and destroys Comfey, no matter what set he wants to bring. Good response to Arbok. We got Big Hoss, the Crocodile. Now, Crocodile completely destroys him. I have to bring the Scarf variant this week just because Scarf variant completely destroys him. It completely shits all over him, guys. Earthquake for Excadrill. Earthquake for Tyranitar. Crunch for Starmie. Earthquake, Gardevoir doesn't want to be taking Earthquakes or Crunches. Heliolisk does not want to be taking Earthquake. Venusaur does not want to be taking Earthquake or Crunch. Pangoro, we have the low kick for Pangoro, which is almost a 1 KO after Rocks. After Rocks, it's a guaranteed 1 KO. Selgor does not want to be taking Earthquakes or Crunches, for that matter. Comfey does not want to be taking Earthquakes. Arbok gets 1 KO by Earthquake if he's not running Defensive Investment. Charizard does not want to take a Rock Slide. It's a guaranteed 1 KO no matter what set he wants to run. So you guys can see how much it really shits all over him. And I'm running the Moxie just so we can maybe get in late game and actually pull up a late game sweep. I'm not quite sure. Maybe Intimidate would have been the better thing if I come in like on Tyranitar or Excadrill, but thinking Moxie's good for late game. Running low kick over Break just because it hits two things I really want to hit harder. which is going to be the Tyranitar, Excadrill, and the Pangoro for more damage than Brick Break does. Apart from that, I really don't see myself clicking Brick Break. Other three moves are kind of self-explanatory, along with the EV spread. Pretty kind of standard here, apart from low kick, to be honest. Got the Old Man, Hitmonlee. Now, normal gem Unburden. Once I get my Unburden up, he really has nothing that wants to outspeed me. Apart from like Scarfers, which if he was going to run a Scarfer, I would say it would probably be either T-Tar or Gardevoir if he does bring those two. I really don't see him bringing like any other Scarfer. Maybe Excadrill under, maybe like Scarf Excadrill with like Sandforce or something. But apart from that, I'm not seeing really any other Scarfers. Maybe Pangoro, but I think that really limits Pangoro's usability. He's Scarfed. Again, normal gen Fake Out. Once I get the Unburden up, I outspeed pretty much everything. I think it's do outspeed everything after Unburden. Fake Out does decent damage. I have the close combat there. I also have the Poison Jab. The things I actually was going to use, actually going to actually put knockoff on this set actually is for the Starmie and the stuff like that, just because I kind of need that, otherwise I'm walled by them. But I think I have enough responses for Starmie and things I would need knockoff for. And that's why I put Poison Jab on there, just because if he brings like Gardevoir or something like that, it's going to be coming in on like close combat, and I can always click the Poison Jab next turn, barring Scarf at least. And again, very self-explanatory. This actually should be Jolly. I'm actually going to use the Calc off screen and see what if I can run Adamant or Jolly. I'm not quite sure what I'll run actually yet. Bit of a mistake on my part, but yeah, apart from that, we're going to go on to the next mod. Now, there was absolutely nothing else I wanted to bring. Raikous got bodied. My Lodek got bodied by a lot of things in this draft, and it was also weak to Venusaur, which I kind of want another response to Venusaur at this point. Otherwise, Venusaur could be a bit of trouble for my so far mods. Registeel got bodied. Again, very weak to Pangoro. A lot of those mods got bodied. Talonflame really is no good here with Tyranitar and Excadrill being there. Granted, I really wanted to bring Talonflame. I really wanted to bring a defensive Talonflame this week. It really wasn't a week for it. It just gets bodied by too much stuff, and I really didn't see it lasting very long with the threat of rocks and stuff like that. I'm pretty much the only two mons I really see myself bringing for this last slot would be Smeargle, which Smeargle I was debating whether to run like a Focus Sash set with like a Endeavor or like E-Speed set or like a support set with like Sticky Web or pretty much like a standard support set or like a lead. But then again, he always has the Sand, and if I get brought down to Sash, Sand's going to kill me. So, really was nothing I really wanted to run with Smeargle. I was thinking about like a Choice Scarf with like a Status, like a Spore, Stealth Rock, or something like that. But then again, I kind of want to switch up my moves, and if I'm not able to switch up my moves, my opponent could take advantage and possibly set up in front of me. And this really isn't the bulkiest of teams to where I can be switching out with like Choice Scarf, Smeargle, and stuff like that. Not really the bulkiest of teams, so. That leaves me with Alolan Ninetales. Now, I think Alolan Ninetales is probably the best support. It's mainly going to be a support for this team. I really don't see it doing too much offensive-wise. Granted, it does hit a few things for super effective and can put a few things at bay, like the Pangoro, and it hits the Starmie and a few other things for super effective. Got the Moonblast again for stab. Freeze Dry. I'm running Freeze Dry over Blizzard just because he has a possibility of bringing Pyukumuku, and I think Pyukumuku will come in on Blizzard and stuff like that, and I kind of want to hit it for super effective with the Freeze Dry, and I'd also hit Starmie for super effective, and I can take one hit from Starmie at least. Under Aurora Veil, I can take hits a lot better, and hit it with a Freeze Dry back, so it's super effective. Aurora Veil with the Light Clay, 8 turns of Aurora Veil is really going to help my team out. I really need it this week. The Aurora Veil support is going to be a huge factor in winning this match, definitely. And I threw Grunge on there. I really had nothing else to run for the last move. I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to throw Grunge on there. If he has like a move, he goes for like a Scald or something that I lived, and then I click Grunge. Goes for the next turn, I possibly outspeed, and then he goes for a move, outspeed something, and they revenge kill me. I can get rid of the PP of his moves. So, as for what my opponent brings, I'm really not sure. He has so many possibilities of what he can bring this week that it's really kind of hard to actually judge whether he's going to bring. I just pretty much prepped for most things that I expect him to bring, like Pangoro and T-Tar and Megazard Y, the main threats. But that's pretty much it. If you guys did enjoy, feel free to drop a like down below, and I will see you guys in the match. And feel free to subscribe if you want more videos in the future. future and see you guys in the next video. Peace.